Testing, testing, testing.
All right.
It got weird. Testing, testing, testing. Welcome everybody. Sorry about the weird little the little commercial, whatever. It just got weird. But how you doing today? I'm your host, Tyron Vital's my spirit name. I go by Tad Data in the community. Today, this is one of our segments today that we're going to be starting. We're trying to bring the community to a higher level. And so, you know, some of the people are, you know, are eligible to elevate. And so we getting some practice in, and we're trying to bring our conversation to much, you know, higher platforms. And so today, the name of the show is called "Who Are These People?" So that's where we get to know these people leading up to this point. You know, we get to know a little bit about them. You know, some personal stuff, a little history, and also we want to get their background leading up to this community. And today we doing Lotus Television. His you know, he go by the, you know, his spirit name is Matthew Craig. And those people who are looking, you know, might look to interview him, or, you know, get him on your channel. You can email him at blacklotus.television@gmail.com. You know, well, let me say shout out to Oak Cliff Tiff first in the building. I am Flying Squirrel in the building. Libra Sun, Demario Love in the building. Good to see some love out there. Your name bring joy. We even got Chief Holiday in the building. What's up? We got Lotus. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a bunch of more interviews. So there's gonna be other people's coming out doing interviews that's not afraid to show themselves. You know, they're not afraid to use their names. And so these people represent some of the people that's going to try to help bring our community to a higher platforms and higher conversations. Now we're not trying to say Black Lotus is the best and he's the king, but a lot of the guys can't do what he do. A lot of the guys can't put their name out there, and a lot of the guys can't, you know, get on screen and stuff like that. Now, everybody got their own reason. So we're not knocking anybody or sneak dissing or anything like that, because, you know, the internet is weird. So you have to respect that. But in order to move up and forward, we're going to need some names. We're going to need some faces. We're going to need some personality. So we finna get into it, man. We finna get into it. So, Mr. Craig, you want to start off, or you just want me to start hitting you with some questions? You want to say something? You can unmute yourself and go in. Just for the people who don't know you, just kind of, you know, a little rundown.
Right. Honorable admiration to the family out there, Alito, all the Aboriginal brothers and sisters, all my flat Earth brothers and sisters, you know, everyone out there, all the communities, whether I agree or disagree with whatever philosophy you produce, put out there, you know. It's all good. I'm here to go in and share who I am, so people can get to know exactly who I am and my place in this community that I've taken. And like I say now, outside of the PSYOP social media thing going on, also, been there, and I want to put myself back in a position of being in that place. So I want to travel and meet up and share information that is very needed to be heard in this time and day for our brothers and sisters. I appreciate coming on here with Universal Media on Tribe Up and my good brother Ty Data. And also we are dual streaming on my Lotus Television channel. So also subscribe to my Lotus Television channel. And I also have my music channel, which is still under construction. But so far it's Blalo, B-L-A-L-O. Blalo. Soon I'll be producing as much music as possible to put out a couple of albums to start. Sharon also make beats for everyone that wants to produce some music, R&B and hip hop and or pop. What else for the family? And pretty much here in ready to share my story with the family. Brother Ty Data.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Craig, sir. How you doing? First off, let's get everything out there. You know what I'm saying? You're recreational smoking, right? You're You know, you're a recreational smoker. You get you some blunts, some joints. What you do? You do blunts, bongs. What you do?
Unfortunately, I still, put it in a cigar. So
Okay, okay. But also you are full-time employed, correct? So you have a full-time job.
yeah, that's right. I work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, we want to let that out there. The man does have a full-time job. He's working on his own stuff. He's been, in the community for a while. And, if you want to be a recreational, smoker, make sure, you have something to contribute to, something could contribute as well, a full-time job or something like that. So that's, uh, that's pretty important for the younger people to understand that. Um, so first off, let me let me just say, so what we're gonna do on this segment, you guys, we're just gonna go back about 10 years. We're gonna go back about 10 years. So if I ask you a question beyond 10 years, um, you can just stop me, let me know, hey, that's a little, that was my younger years or whatever. So we gonna kind of keep it up that. So the point of this is for us to get to know the person and and how they got here and what what led them here in this community. So and because it's a lot of drama in this community. Salute Joe 47 in the building. It's a lot of drama in this community, and so we do got to understand, for the people who do want to hide themselves and the people that want to isolate themselves, we completely understand why some of you would do that. But in order for us to take a higher step up with our information and with our movement, we're gonna have to be some names and some faces, and this is no direct hit to anybody. So right off the bat, you've been in the community for a while. What was your first? You got a receipt on your first your first thing in the community. How far back do you go?
Okay, my start in the community actually starts with the crowd on a radio show called KFI, Coast to Coast, Art Bell and George Norrie. So my start is a little different to begin with, but having knowledge of whatever before that really isn't, too much to be said, because we're going back only 10 years. So when it comes to 2009, I've already had 3 years of dealing with the community. It led me to creating my own blog talk show called Black Lotus Society. And when I created Black Lotus Society, I was a lot younger. I was 10 years younger. So I like to say I had a lot of trial and error times where I would speak on things, and this is something that happens to those who are, I don't want to really pat myself on the back, but staying genuine to my research and sharing the information that I've researched with the family. So when I found information that proved something I said was wrong, I would show it and share it. And it is the start that I had was very Afrocentric and Pan-African. And my start on the blog talk was with an Ethiopian co-host. So on top of that, I start my blog talk show with an Oromo. So I had a Horn of African American / whatever I was pushing at the time, sciences and philosophies and variations of other things like that, as I'll go on to show. I'll screen share now and show some of this in a moment.
So we're about to see. We know you as Black Lotus. So that's so that's probably what I'm going to refer you as. And but we know you as Black Lotus, but this is Black Lotus 2009, you guys. Now understand, how far back he goes in this community. So he didn't just appear here and he didn't just warp out of nowhere. You know, he's been here for a while, and this is something very important. People got to recognize when you're dealing with, you know, when you're dealing with the community, because this is, this is a good thing. Now, there's nothing wrong for some of the new people and people just coming in out of the blue, because every one of us was a new person coming in out of the blue every, once upon a time. But, in order to elevate us, and in order to take us to another level, it would be nice to be able to see and get to meet some of these people and some of these personalities, and, and how they got here. Because, it explains a lot more of their agenda and what they're doing here. So he was here 2009. This is a receipt right here. So can you want to play it? What you want to do? You want to play it?
Yeah, I would like to play a short snippet just so they can hear me talking in 2009.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna get a little bit of Black Lotus 2009.
Okay, one moment, family. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me get your because we're gonna talk about that photo in a second. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So you see 11/17/2009. Now at the time I called myself a Moon Rakati Adumi Ajuji.
So you're ready to
we gotta clown you on that too, right?
Oh, of course. That's why I had to let that name go.
Yeah.
Jared, and our price match guarantee.
And I went with the name that my sister gave me, Mam Bam, for a while. And Mehire was the name. I just started using something that represented. Hold on. Can you hear this? The sound? Can you hear the advertisement?
Okay, everybody. Black Power.
Yeah, we hear it. Yeah.
Thing moving.
Well, you came out strong.
Actually, I will not be able to do the show tonight due to a little situation that's an emergency.
So I'm gonna play the next one.
We'll be on tomorrow night. I will be explaining the full concept of frequency plus sound equals color. Just resurrecting the science of our ancient ancestors according to the symbols on the walls that our ancient ancestors left. Oh.
So I just want to play that short one before I go and play the full show. But no, we're not going to play the whole show. We'll just listen to about 15 minutes into it. But that's me in 2009. That's November 2009. You see, I was a whole tepper.
Right. So a lot of people got to understand that, when you guys be talking and when you guys be, interacting with these so-called African Americans, they don't understand. They need to understand that you was there in their shoes and they were never in yours. So it's almost if, the Aboriginal community got an upper hand because everybody's been in their shoes before, and the shoes just not, so that's something a lot of people got to realize. But I Am Flying Squirrel, we're going to interview you too. So he going to get an interview as well. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some nice little interviews, and we got to get to know some of these people because we need to go up and go to a higher platform. Also, let me say, if anybody else,
you can dare to stop searching and find the diamond.
If anybody else would like to, get Black Lotus on their show, you can email him at blacklotus.television@gmail.com. It don't matter if you got 4 subscribers or 1,000. You can come get some of this knowledge. Get to know the brother. He's willing to put himself out here on the front line when a lot of people can't. A lot of brothers can't do it, and it's just way the cookie crumbles, and it is what it is. So
That's right. So we're gonna listen to this ancient science that has never been decoded until today. So I put out a lot of information going in on ancient sciences before a lot of people who are talking about this is the ancient symbolism and they're breaking down the esoteric knowledge about it and all this, that, and the third. 10 years ago, you know, that's one of the things that I was doing, and that's my start. But here we go. Advertisement ends right here. Listen to about 15 minutes just to see the growth of me, Moon Rakati.
Black Power Hotel. Still waiting for some phone calls to come in. Let's see. Okay. Well, this is a new show. Just getting it started. It's basic biophysics, biochemistry. Give me a moment.
Having some technical difficulties, huh?
Yeah. Nah, just getting things ready. I'm trying to remember exactly. Yeah.
So this is 2009. This was 10 years ago. Some of you were still in Pampa. Some of you was, who knows where the hell you was, but
almost 10 years ago. Almost 10 years.
Right, about 10 years ago. So, yeah, I knew I was in some way different. I wasn't speaking. I would, you know. So the only thing that got me here is computer skills. So I ain't had, you know, no philosophy, anything like that. But yeah, he came out hardcore, like Black Proud, like he came out.
Yeah, I was pushing at it, getting laughed at, all that. Wearing the dashikis.
You had a dashiki, fam?
Yeah, dashiki.
Oh.
Coming to.
All right, check me out.
Lotus had a dashiki.
That we can use against this piece. If we use the correct minerals of our planet.
Now you see how I talk about mind manufacture, mass produce everything we use?
Right.
People, yep. I've been talking about this stuff for a decade. There you go.
Was anybody ever calling in, or you were just talking to yourself?
When I first started, I was talking to myself. I think I get a caller or two on this one.
Chief Holiday said, let's go back 20 years. Okay. Man, that's a long show, man. We got Sister Ryder.
There was something before it.
So what are you talking about? Can you tell us what you
So biology, biophysics.
Start off with what creates a universe, which is a pulsar. Now,
see, pushing the science.
So far,
the information I had back then.
I myself have found that the symbol of our men, representing all forms of matter, the 7 lines coming out of it, representing hydrogen.
Peace to the Empress.
To the element before oxygen. It will be nitrogen. So, Amen Ra. Amen is the black hole. Ra is the light hole.
Oh man, you was deep in, wasn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You was deep in.
But that is just one of how frequency plus sound equals color. I'm still waiting on callers.
So who inspired you? Who inspired you to do the show?
Shit.
Up and running.
Like really Man, to keep it 100 myself, man, my family, you know, that's really just the way I was raised, because I was raised in a house of people who knew a lot of the conscious stuff and information going on. And you know, I grew up in a household where we knew things. You know, we knew about don't believe the moon landing, you know, don't trust this. There's a such thing called the Illuminati. I knew a lot of that stuff when I was a child. My 18th birthday, I was given a book written by Anthony J. Hilder called Illuminati. And I'd already read Behold a Rider on a Pale Horse.
Wow. Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. But Joe 47 sound like you said it sounded like you work for NASA.
Nah. Heck nah.
Okay, so from here, you know what I'm saying? So we got a receipt, you know what I'm saying, on Black Lotus what he was doing 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So when you see him in the community, you know his knowledge and his presence, you know, has a certain type of, you know, have a certain type of energy to it, because he belongs here. You know, he worked his way to get here. You know, some people can say, well, you know what, his knowledge or his thing is that, yeah, that's cool. You can have that opinion, but that don't mean his energy and his spirit don't belong here. Some of the people there, you know, their image and their spirit just doesn't, you know, it doesn't really add up to what's going on and what we're trying to do. So where did you go after this? Did this eventually take off? Did this turn into a YouTube page?
Well, what happened was I got tired and fed up with, I started, at that time, I was doing research in a lot of the African information and the Pan-African and Afrocentric stuff. I started finding out that a lot of the information was lies. So I went through a disturbing period of finding out that a lot of the stuff that they're talking about, the history of Africa, pre-colonial, colonial, and, you know, after it was a lie. So when I brought on Nuke from Ethiopia, it was a very interesting, conflicting.
Hold on. When you say lie, are you saying like miseducation, or are you saying like they know it's a lie, and they still selling it? Like,
I'm saying that I'm basically saying that the Africans in Africa were lying.
Like, so basically they knew it was a lie and they were selling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of lies that they knew, and it's mainly the scholars in Africa. They were pushing lies because they were pushing the historical agenda. So then you have the alternative history, the metaphysical and stuff tied into ancient times of ancient things happening, that I started discovering that a lot of that stuff was distractions and things that were made up for other purposes. So I went through a lot of conflict, and then discovering that even the information about pulsars and stars and all that type of stuff, I started finding out that a lot of that stuff was, you know, not true as well. It's all CGI imagery and stuff that they're showing us of space. So I went through that period in about 2 years. If you listen to my blog talk show from that time period to 2 years after that, you'll say, whoa, I was pissed, because I pushed this stuff, man. I pushed it hard. The sciences, I wasn't pushing evolution at the time, but I agreed with a lot of the stuff that the evolutionists believe and the Pan-Africans say about Lucy and Decanesh, all that stuff. I went along with all those things. By 2011, I literally, you'll hear me denouncing all of it. I denounced all of it, and a lot of people in the community denounced me. So when I decided to come back, it was because I had a lot of fallout with a lot of people.
So where were you? Where
Where was I living?
No, I'm saying, because you said when I came back, like where were you at?
I went back to Blog Talk. I went back to Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
And when I came back to Blog Talk Radio, I reached out to Ankakek of the Amin Ra Squad. You know, me and Ankh used to talk, and I used to, you know, help them when they did their stuff on Nikki Love.
Peace to the elder.
Yeah. Yeah. So to brother Ankh.
He's still an elder. He's still an elder. I don't care what y'all say. He's still an elder. So
that's right. That's right. So you know, I went on this show and I expressed some information about the 4 groups of man with the Egyptology stuff. That they were all 4 were black and this and whatever. So there was a little bit of hostility in my return, and they were already upset about the way I exited anyway. So it led me to building with everybody in the community instead of just building with people who are Pan-African and Afrocentric. So I started reaching out to all kinds of people, you know what I'm saying? And not just black people either. Started reaching out to all kinds of people, man. So I went through a period of excuse me, a period of only getting information from Africa and saying anything that's not from Africa is BS, it's a lie. Africa's before everybody and before everything West African and all that good stuff. To finding out that there's some stuff that's not, you know, true. And I could go into the details of things that I already looked into and family spoke about, like the flat earth type stuff and the hollow earth and very, you know, all kind of things that are dealing with lies that have been taught to us or some type of conspiracy thing. I really don't like using that word, but any of that type of stuff, man, I really came to a head with it in 2011. So by 2013, I agreed to go back on with Brother Omoshongo. And when I went on with Brother Omoshongo, things went in a surprising direction. I was contacted by people who said, no, they won't do anything with me, you know? So when I first started, before you get to 2010, you'll listen to the interview where I interviewed Alim Bey after he debated Sarah Sutanseti. And so that was my first major interview.
Oh, hold on. And that was on Blog Talk? Your Blog Talk?
That's on my Blog Talk show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I interviewed Alim Bey after the debate.
Oh, they debated on your?
No, not on my Blog Talk show. They debated on a platform with House of Consciousness, Son Ederner. But I interviewed him after the debate.
Okay.
Yeah,
did he win or what was it?
They said it's a tie. Some people say Alim Bey won. Seti said that he won, of course. So that one's still up in the air. We're saying it's a victory.
What you think?
Look, finding out that a lot of the information was a lie, especially the Pan-African Afrocentric information and the stuff that was being said by even the Africans in Africa, finding out that a lot of that stuff was a lie, I'd have to say that SETI would have to be at a loss because all this information is based upon that.
They're lies. Okay. If anybody out there got some questions, you know, y'all can throw out some questions as well. If y'all got some. But if did anybody know Black Lotus during this time? Who go back? Who go back? Where all the old school dudes at? Go back. We want to see some comments in there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Lotus, Mr. Matthews. So, well, oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so you know, 2013, the show goes in a different direction. I'm gonna play some of that right now. So also check out my Blog Talk. I wanted to upload all my Blog Talk onto my YouTube channel, but I felt why not just leave it on Blog Talk. So I only uploaded about 7 recordings with Omoshongo and a few with Hanuk, or those with the other members. There's much more that'll be shown because, like I said, I wasn't going to, but now I am. Okay, let me find this real quick. Now I am going to start putting out my blog.
How long you need? Because we can go on a commercial if you need a couple minutes.
I'm to it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, y'all know this is sponsored by TribeUp.app. The link is in the description box. Click that link. Get yourself a Tribe Up. You know, pass the link around if you got to. Also, originaltribalwear.com, the official, you know, I guess, tribalwear of the community, if you want to say that, of Tribe Up, or if you want to say that. Shout out to the members of the 5,000 Elite. We out here. We don't stop. You can see us all over the place, work all over the place. We ain't gonna stop. If you aren't familiar with 5,000 Elite, you can go to 5000elite.com. You know, we're trying to get 5,000 people together, put in a couple dollars, sit it in the bank, take out some loans, and pull some magic. But simultaneously all working together though. So we have to all work together. Every person has a little role, whether it's 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, or a full-time job. We all have to work simultaneously every single day because we're being outworked by an algorithm that works every day. So think about that. So now what are we looking at?
So now we're looking at when I decided to come back, when I was finding out a lot of the information was a lie. So this is the in-between when I first started finding out that, damn, like all the stuff that I'm teaching is incorrect, and I'm teaching all the stuff that you've heard if you've been in the Pan-African Afrocentric community. So the first thing I went after was the hieroglyphs. So here I put Umtowi Umtor is a language that Greco-Roman, Turkish, Afro, and Eurocentrics have called Metaneta, and the Coptics have another name for it. I call it Umtowi Umtor, and to speak the Umte. This is a complicated language, being that only so many characters can be used in a conversation. So that's me going through the conflict and frustrations of dealing with hieroglyphs.
Because you've been thinking, you've been reading it all this long, and you're starting to figure out like somebody made this up.
Yeah. And I was told that when I first started, so I was already having conflict with one of the people who I started, and she agreed to be a part of Black Lotus Society as well. And that's Rita Elowa.
So what year are we talking?
That's 2009, and this is 2012.
Okay.
So we're moving along 3 years. So there's 2-3 years of blog talk recordings and interviews. I interviewed all kind of other people too, but from that period of time, I say the most popular ones were Hagos Alameyahu, Omo Shongo, and Aline Bay. So, okay, let's listen to this and see. You know what I'm saying? It's a little commercial in the beginning.
For that question, how do you find the perfect ring to ask it with?
Oh, okay, it's all good. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to everybody. Also, we got Keith Holiday in the building. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Tiff, I'm a Flying Squirrel. You know, Ryder Leone in the building. Libra Sun out there, Joe 47 out there. What's up, y'all? If y'all got some questions, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and put some questions in the chat. I can read them off right now. For 2012, he went from 2009, Black Power and all that. Now he's 2012, and he figuring out like, hey, man, some of this is garbage.
Giving an introduction into my book called Human Activity.
What the fuck?
This book is human activity due to the point you're starting from the first inspiring things that our ancestors could communicate with. And that is symbol. And through a symbol, you have a language. Once those symbols become a meaning, listening to the Black Lotus Show. I'm going to go ahead and check and see if we have any callers. My chat tap.
See, I stopped saying Hotep. I started saying Hotep.
Huh?
I started saying Chetep. I started going through transformation to find out all the stuff I was a lie. And eventually I let go of that too. When I came back,
My chest tap, I'm back. So, okay. Everything has been activated. Everything, right? So, you notice I'm using a very docile, silent tone because this is a secret. So, I want y'all to listen in. Think very hard. Whenever you look at these symbols, think very hard. I want you to think very hard. Now, before I get to the language, which the first of my series, so volume 1 will be human activity. The first of my series. You will have the explanations.
So that little thing you got there, what is that supposed to represent? What is that little dark lion?
Oh, that's Anpu over, I think it was Tutankhamun. Might be Tutankhamun right there. Supposedly Anpu over Tutankhamun, some type of symbol of death or whatever that they made up, you know. But I used that image when I was doing my blog talk.
Damn, you was weird as hell back then.
Yeah, I was heavy into it. I was heavy into, and I kept my hood, I kept my face on hieroglyphs. Like, I would go sleep in the book.
So can you say, if somebody said that's like a death, you know, fantasy culture, like, you know, what would you say? Can you? Like,
yeah, yes.
So kind of like a goth culture.
Yeah.
But
everything's about afterlife and underworld and all the type of nonsense they've created in Egyptology. Yeah, it is.
So it's like a goth culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
People try to say, oh, it represents life because Ankh represents life. Ankh does not represent the life, and it's not called the Ankh in the first place. So it's
they made that up too.
All that. They made a lot of things up, and it doesn't stop at Egyptology. It starts with Egyptology. It really starts with Egyptology. So, yeah, I was heavy into it, man. I was a believer in all of it, and this is when I'm starting to let go. I'm frustrated. I'm upset that I've been lied to so much, and I'm sitting here believing this stuff. I paid money to things and buying books and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? T-shirts. Yeah, man. So it's very frustrating. Let's listen to a little more, whatever, my little doxal tone, and we'll go to the next
line symbols, insect symbols, animal symbols, Simeon symbols, so on and so forth. But what we'll be starting with is our netter. They call this the language Metu netter. And they will tell you the Metu means word. Netter, God. So they will be saying this is the word of God. So for everybody that's into biblical stuff, the Quran stuff, the whatever stuff, that's all I'm saying. So,
girl said you was out of it.
Word of God. Our ancient Egyptian ancestors called their language Word of God. So let's get an understanding now. Whenever you see Med 2, you're saying that means what? Therefore, when you see he, Jed, says the words of others, or the others' words, it's not Ki Metu. It's not Metu Jed. So, if two symbols don't mean the same thing, and no one symbol means two things, we gotta weed out the ones that make sense and the ones that don't make sense.
So you was talking to a whole culture. This is a whole culture, and you was a part of, right? It's a whole culture. You was
Right.
a part of. We got James Gilmore just popped in here. What's up, James? How you doing?
Peace, brother.
So this is a whole culture that you know got pretty much fascinated by, and some of the stuff start not matching up. Now,
That's what you hear.
any expectations? Did you have any expectations? What was the goals and dreams back then? What were you trying to do? What was the point back then?
Man, I felt that if I learned these things and said it the way the ancient ancestors felt, I would be all illuminated with chanting and all kind of stuff, man. That's why you hear a lot of chanting and being one with that. I was, yeah, bro, all that.
So you thought you was gonna be able to possess some type of magic,
some type of where I just feel all tingly and shit for no reason or something, you know. Supposed to feel good somehow. I'm speaking this ancient language, so my brain power should go from 10% to 50 or 60% or something.
Wow.
If I'm doing this right, then my mind and body is going to be elevated beyond rulers of this world, and it's all kind of nonsense, man.
Weirdo stuff, right? So did anybody ever told you that, or they kind of like subliminally kind of like you know what I'm saying? Have anybody ever told you literally that you can do that, or was it more like, you know, the stuff they were saying you kind of just connected and it, or did somebody just told you, hey man, you do this stuff and we're gonna be flying or whatever?
No, what happened was I was already into chanting because I took singing when I was in 8th grade. So I knew how my body felt when I made certain sounds, and certain sounds when you're harmonizing, you do feel, gives you a sensational type of feeling, but it doesn't make you some almighty powerful being that can walk around and become Heru and fly away to the afterlife of kinetic community or some nonsense, or, you know, you want an astral plane, or you're one within, all that kind of wild stuff.
I'm going in. Hey,
you know,
give me a second. I'm going in.
All right. So finding out that, okay, these things are for these purposes, it's for physical body, and had nothing to do with the hieroglyphs. That chanting had nothing to do with the hieroglyphs or words at all. It's about the imagery. It's a pictorial image. So then, you know, the frustration goes on, but let's listen to about 5 more minutes of this and we'll go on to the next one.
Or is it symbols of God?
Let's take a step back.
Weed out the ones that make sense and the ones that don't make sense. So, is Metu really word? Or is it symbols of God? Or symbols of the gods? What would God's symbol be? Now let's think logically. Creation. Whenever you hear this Scientology crap of a bunch of idiots believing in some Yoda statue or whatever they believe in, or you get the New Age, you know, the whole Moorish Sufi science temple of 44 dimensions, you know, all the mystical Harry lot of magical bullshit.
This is me in 2007, everybody. No, wait. 2000, no, not 2000. It's 2012. Pardon me, excuse me. 2012.
You're going to get confused. You're going to get lost. But I'm going to tell you this now. They will tell you that Ba means soul, and Ka means great soul, and Ra means spirit, and Ku means spirit. But I'm going to tell you this too. There is no such thing as spirit or soul in the Kemetic language. But what we think is the soul. It's nothing but that burning fire inside of you that makes your mouth 98%. So that which makes your mouth 98% is your soul.
Mm-hmm.
What is your spirit? Your spirit is the wind that goes inside of your lungs and exhaled out. Now, as your mind is starting to probably have flashes of images of everything you've already seen in your life that has something to do with people breathing heavily when seeming possessed in a meditative stance, or thinking about when you're meditating, how your breathing is real calm and smooth. Well, Ba means soul and great soul. Okay? Sahu, soul body or spiritual body. Ka, we have been tricked by the very people who come out and present it, say, okay, now they were black, and now have the images of black people in the Kemetic thing or in the Egyptologist thing.
Okay, it got real low. In case you didn't hear what I said there, I said basically now you have Egyptologists saying, yeah, they were black, and you know, because the last grab of people to come and see this place and marvel and awe at it in greater numbers, they were trying to get African Americans to get on the tourist attraction thing and come see Egypt. You know, so you got African Americans, got to put the quotations on it because, you know, that's not our title or our name. It's basically an insult. So they're reaching for that. And
I got a question, a couple questions. Who do you think benefit from that? From us going over there and spending that money over there? Who do you think benefit?
Oh, the people who run the tourist attraction. That's a tourist attraction. So whoever is in control of it, people like Zahi Hawass, those are the people that are benefiting from it. People who financially benefit from it. And that's going along with the airlines because they're flying people in from all over the place to come here. So the airport, they're benefiting. The people that are selling things, they benefit. And paying to go to a different monument and see some stuff, they tell you some nonsense about it, you're paying for that too. Then, you know, so going to Egypt, you're going to pay about $2,000 to $3,000. Now, if you want to go to Egypt and travel around and really see everything, you're going to spend about $5,000 to be comfortable and see things and, you know, the best of what can be offered. So there you have a place where one person is spending $5,000. Come on, man. So you're going to trip with 20 people. That's 20 times $5,000. You feel me?
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. And so what do we supposed to get out of it? So we supposed to get it enlightenment, like we supposed to go there and feel and like be able to fly and stuff like that?
Well, we're supposed to go there and become one with the ancestors. And look, we were on the wall. We did great things. We weren't just slaves for 400 something years. So that's the big pitch to sell it, is to say, look, we did great things in the past. We weren't just slaves.
Lotus, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, hello, Lotus, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. I'm driving right now, so I'm actually, you know, transferring to another place. So sorry about that, y'all. So what we supposed to get out of it is we supposed to literally, I mean, do we really believe we're gonna go here and we're gonna feel some type of spiritual enlightenment and we're gonna have like some superpowers or something? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you're supposed to come back and start yelling at your camera like Seti does, you know?
What it be? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. So we're supposed to come back and bang on the beast and say, look at these great things. So I mean, it's a way of it's a word that comes to my mind about it. But it's like you're basically getting a crutch on life. So, you know, hey, I got this ancient thing that my ancestors are part of. So now I feel proud about it. So now I'm proud about myself because I go in a Heru shirt and I've been to Egypt with the latest person who changed his name to some name like Amun Rakati, you know, but
that's you. Yeah.
Hey, and that's a push for it's a word that comes to my mind, but it's a real crutch. It's a psychological thing. So now you can feel great about yourself. So the thing that a lot of people get out of Egypt is real personal on their own travel.
So they get $5,000. So he get to feel good.
Yep. And tell people I've been here.
Okay.
Okay, you've been there. Great. How was there during that time that you have been there? That's how much time you've been there. Great for you. Means nothing really. I've got to touch everything we've seen on camera, in books, and on screens. Wow. So yeah, it's
a tourist.
It's a tourist attraction. And the people who benefit from it are the ones who really started it. And that's the Rothschilds. So the Rothschilds are the ones who psychology thing.
Okay. So now how old was you? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I think my screen froze.
Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. How old was you in 2000? Let's say, because you started your blog talk in 2009. So I'm guessing you've been into this stuff probably about 5 years previous. So is that true? Do you go back to about 2004 with this stuff? 2000.
Well, I mean, to not really deal with the past, to long story short,
you go back.
My father was into the Kemetic community until I was 5 years old. So from 0 to 5, all I heard about growing up was, you know, about Egypt and stuff.
And what attracted you to it?
Well, my father.
And was the fact that you was going to have these superpowers?
Huh? Picking up. But I know some of the question you asked. My father was into the Kemetic stuff until he found out the fraudulent things that he found out about it. I'm just upset that it took me years before I asked him about these things, like, you know, about Egypt and stuff. And then he told me what he told me, which disturbed me, led to more investigation, a lot of belief, and we even had arguments about it. But it was my father that kicked it off when I was a child. So a lot of people got into the Kemetic community as they became older. They might have seen the Michael Jackson song, Remember the Times, like, oh, wow, Egypt, look, Michael Jackson dancing. What else? The movies, you know, The Mummy Returns, or some biblical movie, or, you know, Dr. Ben. That's about it. So as we journey down that path of it, that was what start responding, and then I'll be able to play the video when I completely broke free from the spell of the Kemetic community.
So what I was trying to ask, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My screen is froze. I might have to come out.
Yeah, I'm almost. Okay. Froze out. Oh, okay. Well, now, when you were younger, you know, what was your fascination? Was it just the movies and stuff like that, or did you really believe that you was gonna have some powers?
It was just my dad said that we have some ancestry that comes from that area, so I took pride in that. He would tell me stuff like West Africans had nothing to do with it, and South Africans or any of them, they had nothing to do with people from Egypt. So when he told me that, you know, I just took it like this is a father telling his son something. So you already like, oh, that's what my dad said. So, you know, I had that pride instilled in me later on in life, you know, when I first, you know, started talking to him about it. And to find out my ancestry connected to Egypt in the story that I received, it's not even like a great story or something, but it's an interesting story. And it's only one ancestor. So one ancestor that comes from that area. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think I could get back on my stuff now. You know, one ancestor that's connected to that area gave me a sense of representing that name and that pride, and that ancestor mixed with an indigenous American when she got to America. So when hearing my father say it and then actually seeing the records, it made me look at Egypt a little different. But before that, it was the same old, the stuff you saw in the movies. But it wasn't until about four or 5 years ago, you know, that was recent, where I actually started really talking to my dad about it, and he told me about, you know, that ancestor. You know, not gonna go into the name, you know, that type of stuff about that, but you know, that gave me a better sense of pride to looking into it and remember what my father said, having the arguments that none of the other supposable people that they say that came out of Egypt and built the stuff had anything to do with it. So I stuck to it, and I used to call myself every type of African there is to be. That, oh, I got this ancestry from this group and that group. So, and they go back to Egypt, and this one goes back to Egypt. I'm a Khan. No, I'm this one. I'm that one. So it's crazy. And, you know, it was an experience that I'm grateful to have broke free from, because, you know, now I, you know, have my my ancestry in check, and I know exactly what's going on with my bloodline. So therefore, I felt that, okay, I would still talk about Egypt, but I felt more sacrilegious about it. So when I broke into this 2012 thing and I broke out of it and I started talking about it, I felt that my voice really needed to be heard because I really had something to say about it now. And I went through the period of not sharing my connections to Egypt or whatever. So anyway, that was the issue with that. Now that I have access to it, I'm gonna go back and show the 13. I don't know if you're still there, Brother Ty Data.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm almost. Yep.
Okay. All right. Let me get to it. There goes to 12. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Perfect. Okay. So what happens is my screen is still being shared. So you can see here that I went from Mtowi Mtor, the true language of the ancient Egyptians, to translations of hieroglyphs debunked. So you see that go from 2012 to pushing it to 2014, like, oh, wait a minute, like you just totally did a 360 there. Yeah, and that was it, you know.
Okay, testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know if they can hear you.
Okay, testing. Okay, they should be able to hear me loud and clear. Hold on, let me go ahead and check on the chat room real quick. I'm in this seat where I can get a little more control. So peace to everybody. Let me see, anybody got some numbers? Somebody said a call-in number. Yeah, I can hook up a call-in number for you too, so people can call in, ask you some questions. So where we at now? What year we at now when you debunked it?
Now in 2014, let me find the date. Where's the date at? Let me find the exact date. Hold on. I think it was in 3. Hold on. It's 2014.
Okay, so we went from 2009 to 2012 all the way to 2014. So, you know what I'm saying? So his legacy is solidified. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start valuing each other a lot more too. And we just can't money rise and just, oh man, Black Lotus ain't got no money. He ain't nobody. He ain't no good. Don't talk to him. Like no, we can't do that.
I got a little bit of money, yo. I got a little bit. At least
I know. I'm just saying, but that's how people be. You know what I'm saying? If they can't juice you out of nothing and they can't get nothing from you, you ain't worth nothing. It's like, bruh, like you don't even know who Black Lotus is. Dude, Black Lotus been doing this for a long time, man. He got some good knowledge, and even if you don't like his knowledge, he's still a solidified person. So you just can't be going around putting a number on people and prices on people when you don't know who the hell they are. You know? So we need to, so we taking it up a notch and we going up. You know what I'm saying? So I will let you know I appreciate you for letting us get into your life. You know what I'm saying? You out there on the forefront. Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say they on the forefront. Because this is what the forefront looks like when you going down the road and when you got your name out there and you got your business out there and your family out there. That's called the forefront. All this back chat, back alley last year, that's called the basement. That's called you in hiding. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's called. So Black Lotus first on the scene, and yeah, we going in. So now we 2014. He done
right. 2014.
2014. So his claim is that he done debunked it. Now he done went through the transformation. From all the way from Black Power to all the way to the little depressing ass voice was like, He was like, they
Like,
came,
man.
they went, I saw them. I'm like, he's depressing as hell. But it's all good though. It's all good. Let's
Man, you find out that you've been pushing that bull and you really like believe it. If you sincere to yourself, you're gonna feel some type of way, you know.
Depression.
So I went through a period, man, and was like, oh man, I need to have a whole fresh start.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna try to get this call-in number, but we want to lead up to right now before we go in. We want to lead up to now, so let them go ahead and go in before we get the call-in number out there. I'm gonna set that up in the background too. Okay, so now we 2014. Black Lotus said he done. Oh, so you still or do you still that person yet, or you switched your name?
Oh, I was still at Moon Rock Cotty.
Okay. That sounds like a fast ass motorcycle, don't it? Man, I'm finna go get that new Huntuma Kami, boy. That mug is dope. Let me see. Oh, go ahead. Let me fix this calling number.
I'm smoking that loud.
Okay, but you do got a full-time job, though, right?
Oh yeah, okay, man.
Okay.
I work 10, 12 hours a day. So technically, I mean 12 times 7. Now I got to take a day off today.
Hold on one second. There we go. All right, go ahead.
But I work a guarantee of 7 days a week, 10, 12 hours a day.
Right.
So half my day I'm at work.
He at work.
I need to get about 6 to 8 hours of sleep. But I don't most of the time because I'm always up doing something, studying, putting stuff together. I have a lot of presentations that I have put together that are ready to go. A lot of it I know by heart. So if people book me for information to be put out, come to a college or anything, you will be in for some very insightful information that I know is not public.
Okay. So, hey Lotus, can you give us something on the screen, man? That scenery is a little ugly, fam. Can you give us a picture or something we can put up or something?
On oh, okay. Instead of looking at that,
yeah, it's like Saddam bin Laden or some shit. What is we looking at?
Oh, this is hold on. Let me read this and explain this. This person's name is Omda Squamhat Bisharin. This is the person who was assassinated in 1936, I believe. If I'm wrong on the date, I apologize for being wrong on the date. This is the person who was the head of the Mahdi at the time, who was killing Egyptologists for coming into his territory.
You joking?
They assassinated him.
What? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Did you say this man was killing people?
Yeah.
Why you got him on here, man?
Well, it was a war going on. It was a war going on, and the purpose of having him on there, he's one of the people who expressed that the hieroglyphs haven't been translated. So that's like the real purpose, but that's the story behind him.
So why is that? So is that a commercial or that's something you put on there back then?
Oh, that was the image I put on there when I.
So you was warning them like, we kill y'all. You weird as hell. You weird as hell.
You got it. Thank you. That you trying to mess with tourist attraction money. So Pashas killed this man, and he was assassinated by a Pasha, and it's documented.
And you have sympathy for this man.
Yeah, exactly.
Lotus, you weird as hell. He was a killer. Well,
I mean, he was defending his land, you know. He didn't want his territory to be a part of the tourist attraction, which eventually it happened after they assassinated him. But
okay, so he wasn't a serial killer or nothing. He was defending his land, got invaded, and he was protecting his people. So
there you go.
He would be a hero.
There you go.
Let's get that straight now. Okay. Nah. I didn't know that. So I sorry for the little weird reaction, but it got kind of weird. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he was killing people," and then I'm like, "Whoa, slow the fuck down!" Like what? But it's all good. We out here.
Yeah.
So okay, so 2014, you finna go 2014.
Okay, now before this is what I wrote. I wrote that my name is Matthew Douglas Craig. Since 2007, I have revised the Book of the Dead twice, and now for the third time in my studies. And to my knowledge, 80% of E.A. Wallace Budge translations are incorrect, and majority of the symbol meanings are incorrect. This show will be the beginning of the revising of the ancient Egyptian language using African languages to cross-reference the Medtu Neter. I have given myself a very important name, Umdakonu Palamura Best. Gave myself another name. Man, I remember when I broke away from the names too.
So who you now? Who are you now? 2014. What's your name?
It's Umdakonu Palamura Best.
Okay, that's weirder than the first one.
Yes, it is. And then after this thing, I started calling myself Unfo Tegum. So Unfo Tegum. Yeah.
Woo. Okay, let's get in. Let's see you go ahead and break this down.
All right. So we're listening to me go in about the translation of the hieroglyphs debunked.
Peace. We got Win Pony.
Yeah.
The Pony in the building.
Good brother Chief is right about that.
How you doing, sir? Congratulations. In the building. Also, if anybody want to get an interview with Black Lotus, you can or Mr. Matthew Craig, you can reach him at blacklotus.television@gmail.com. The email is right down there. He's he will be considered an elder in his community, and all his stuff is documented. So he just didn't come out of nowhere and just some random dude who just showed up some damn where. So he been here. So especially for some of the younger people and some of the newer people, getting to know and getting to interview some of the people would be a good benefit for you. So you can suck up some of their old knowledge of them coming from out of, things like that. So everybody has value to them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go around putting numbers and money bags on people thinking, how much everybody's worth depending on, what they bought last night. Like that's not how a culture works, and that's not how a civilization works. That's how some type of weird ass cult works or something like that. And that's what we're not. We are a community. So whether you bought 30 computers or whether you bomb it for a cigarette, we help each other out and we all worth the same. So let's let that be known.
All right, now E.A. Wallace Budge was a British Egyptologist who, after the so-called translators created what they did, the so-called hieroglyphic language, E.A. Wallace Budge was the most accepted towards the end of the 19th century. So he was very popular and accepted, and his dictionaries were used by Egyptologists after his time. So this was my discovery that 80% of it was incorrect. And the percent did not stop there. Okay, here's the video.
Let's check it out.
Okay, it's loading the audio right now.
Okay, it's gonna be a commercial in the front.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. We're gonna have to do for a commercial too. So yeah, so let me see what I can pull up real quick. Shit, man, I got so much stuff going on. Okay, let me check this out. Okay, so oh nope, that's not it either. Never mind. I ain't gonna do nothing random as I'm gonna leave the random stuff alone because I was gonna pull up some random stuff. I'm gonna stop before everything just shut down. Okay, so yeah, so while we pulling that up, everybody know where to find us at. You on TribeUp.app?
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
I forgot. I need to get back in there.
Yeah, get back in there, man. Check your email, man. You might have a baby mommy in there or something, man. Y'all better take advantage of that app, man. Quit playing. No, I'm just but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chief Holiday, you know what I'm saying? Creator, Tribe Up. Yeah, so yeah, that's the app that pays. So if you go on your affiliate link, man, you give all your all your people and tell them to sign up to your link. You get a couple cent. You know what I'm saying? I'm already $2, $3 up in front of everybody. So I'm what I'm saying, I'm probably gonna be the richest man there because I be doing it for real. Y'all think I'm playing like I'm for real about it. So shout out to that. That's TribeUp.app. Everybody know the Fat Thousand Lead is out here. A lot of the stuff we do, is sponsored. Some of the, even some of the stuff that pays for this stuff. And well, I can't say it really pay for it, but it gives a little more extra energy to me to go out here and do it because I know the members are out here and they want to see some new stuff, and it gives me a lot of motivation. So, Fat Thousand Lead, we've been out here, man, pushing the limits, trying to push people forward for the future. Next week we're going to be we're going to be constructing our first factory. So let's give it up to us. We're going to be putting everything in place. We're going to be, putting everything on paper right there in the meeting. So shout out to the people, the 5,000 League, who've been supporting. If you not, then get yourself ready. If not, then that's on you. But also don't forget originaltribalwear.com, official website, a Tribe Up, you go get your Tribe Up gear, make you will get your stuff. So it ain't the little cheap t-shirts that you print on. The stuff there is embroidered. So it's a special machine they use to design those shirts. So if you notice the price is a little bit higher, that's why. That ain't nobody just printing out, a machine. It's a little more extra that goes into it. So we made sure we get something a little extra, a little better than the normal everyday copy and paste t-shirt. So check that out, tribalwear.com. I'm just saying, just into the building. Peace. We see you out there. You know what I'm saying? So we going into Black Lotus life. Those who just been here, Black Lotus was able to provide some receipts all the way in 2009, and then we went to 2012, and now we going to 2014, and so we just went in his life, and now he's changing. So he came out talking about talking about Black Power. You know what I'm saying? That's what he came out as, and now 2014. He's another name, and he got another agenda. So once his computer get back working right, we'll be able to check that out. If not, we're going to move on, and I'm going to add on a call-in number.
All right, I'm back on, family.
Okay, so here we go. Back on Blog Talk. You got it?
Yeah, let me pull everything back up.
Okay. So while you doing that, can you tell us about this little photo that we got here? How old were you? You look like you got your little Mike Tyson part right there going on or something.
I was, I believe, about 13.
Oh, okay. Damn, that was young.
Oh. Yeah, I think 13. Might have been 12.
Oh, yeah, that was young. So you went back in the day. Right. So that was. Who was you back then? Was you? No, it's all good. It's all good. That's way farther than where we trying to go anyway. So the purpose of the show, man, is that we trying to bring the community up to a higher level. And we cannot do that in the back chat. You know what I'm saying? So Black Lotus right now is one of the first episodes. We're going to have other people that comes on. If you do want to get an interview, you know what I'm saying? Also, if you want to get an interview on the show, go back. What we're trying to do is we're trying to go back at least 10 years, and it solidifies you into, this movement. It solidifies you, and it lets you know what you're doing here and how you got here. Because everybody don't have the same agenda, and some people just come out of nowhere, just popped in, popped out, and you know what I'm saying? So we got to know who each other is if we're going to move this forward. And so Black Lotus is leading the way, and he's actually leading the charge and actually, You know, and I know this might ruffle somebody's feathers because they like, oh man, I know more than Black Lotus. But guess what? Black Lotus is right here and you in the back chat. You know what I'm saying? You a no name, no face dude. You can't push an agenda, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't push an agenda with a dude named, you know, Haman Raminta in the background. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to Black Lotus for doing that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hook Black Lotus up or Maury Povich or something. He's going on. Where you going, Black Lotus? Where you going? What, Jenny Jones? What we got? I'm old school. Let me see.
I go whatever, man.
We going to Jimmy Kimmel live and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here. You know what I'm saying? So Cheap Holiday gonna be next. So don't worry about it. Cheap Holiday's gonna be next. So it is what it is. Ain't what it ain't.
That's right, brother. Chief Holiday. Peace to that brother.
Yeah, Chief Holiday gonna be next. She coming up. Supposed to have a couple other people. I ain't gonna give out the secrets. Y'all just gotta pop in. So did it come up? We ready?
Yeah, let me get to the right date. I'm on the Blog Talk.
Okay, so he got his receipts. Been here. And also this is a good learning experience because now you get to see, you know, why these guys, when they be banging on these Pan-Africans and we be banging and people be like, man, stop, we don't want to see the drama. It's because some of these dudes, man, really believe they really fell for that. They really put, he came out like Black Power. So you can't sit here and tell this man, Black Lotus, man, why don't you try to be nice to them, man? And you know what I'm saying? Like some people, everybody affected different. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what the hell that done to him. You don't know all the years he spent in talking about
biggest question of your life.
He gonna fly and shit. What you thought you was gonna do? You thought you was gonna be like,
hey, I was supposed to walk around and float like the Buddha of great Hindu Krishna, becoming a hawk and flying away. You know what I mean? And all kind of odd, weird stuff. And I'm saying ancestor in the Netter language, so I'm calling on all the Egyptian ancestors, and now they're inside of me somewhere in my armpit or something like that. All kind of weird stuff, man.
Right. You could crush a building with your hand and with your thoughts and shit. Like shit got weird, y'all. Like y'all gotta understand.
Hey, I become Apocalypse from X-Men's Marvel movie.
Right. This is priceless, y'all, man. Give it up, man. We man, it's out here. So
I'm gonna defeat my enemy with the Ankh. I'm gonna just hold it out in front of them like
right. They gonna like
it's gonna stop all my financial problems that my people are going through.
So this is the belief. Pig, yeah, this was the belief. This was he was thinking, man. But now he, So when he want to bang and he want to get a little poke and get a little jab, sometimes we just, provide the platform and let him go in, But is it ready?
Yeah, it's ready right now.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna step away for a second. Here we go.
Selection of diamonds at Jared,
all right,
and our price match guarantee. You can dare to
we got a commercial
and find the perfect diamond at a price.
No, they gotta pay for that.
And dare to be devoted.
We promise to match any price on a licensed certified diamond of the same quality from any other jewelry retailer. See
I'm going to show some of my videos of me.
Was good. Creole tune, Black Devils Creole tune. Won't do because the person talking the hieroglyphs, they would be contradicted. So what I did was I said, fuck the politics. Let's do it. I first started translating. I I was telling Kakek, Daddy, Nikki Love, and many others that were coming on the show.
Oh, let me restart this.
So you're ready to ask the biggest question of your life, the only question before that question. How do you find the perfect ring to ask it with?
What happened? What happened?
Diamonds.
Oh, I had to restart it. It wasn't loud enough.
You can dare to stop searching.
Oh, okay.
Perfect diamond at a price you'll love. Visit your local Jared store.
You're going to hear me say, I'm saying some things in the beginning. Watch.
We promise to match any price on a like loose certified diamond of the same quality from any other jewelry retailer. See jared.com/price match for details.
What is good? What's good?
So the Black Power left. So he's saying what's good, what's good, what's good. The Black Power's gone.
Pre-old tune, Black Devils pre-old tune.
Uh-oh.
What's good, everybody? Now, I'm going to start this off live, indirect, by explaining my side of the story. Tonight, I am going to be doing something that many people wish they could do, but can't. Many people won't do because the person who taught them the hieroglyphs, they would be contradicting. So
right, we got Auntie in the building. We got
politics.
The original Copper Empress Harper. Hey Auntie, how you doing? Black Lotus, you keep your ass off my goddamn Auntie, okay?
Translating. I was telling Kakek, Daddy, Nikki Love, and many others that were coming on the shows, blog talk shows in those times, to partake in this with me. But they continued on to go on with their translations and say as they wanted to say what it is. So, before I get down into it, I have callers in tonight. And I have a caller from the 646, and I have a caller from the 954. Both callers, you are live. So go ahead and tell us who you are.
We got some callers now.
954. This is Omo Shongo.
It's the first time Omo Shongo was on my show.
I can tell you many things that you need to know about Cameroon and many things you need to know about Mama Africa.
He's from Cameroon.
Okay. So Auntie said, hey.
Hey, Auntie and Chris. Hey, baby.
Yeah, like, you better fix your baby. You can't buy this. You can't buy this, man. I love us. I love us too. We just so damn cool, man. I swear to God.
To where we are heading as far as our learning and reevaluating African history and the global presence of sun-melanated indigenous people.
Map the school,
so what are you talking about, indigenous people? What are you talking about?
What we have
the hieroglyphs and
our research.
So that's connected to it.
In the beginning, brother, I don't want to take up your time. We have a lengthy, full discussion, and I just want to greet you and commend you on your research. And it's finally here. You're on your way, and respect and honor and do our own.
Oh, Black Lotus got a fan and shit. Oh, he done it. He was doing it. He been doing it since 2009. So 2012, he actually got some people calling in. So while the rest of y'all was New Wapians and all this other shit, you know, just like Black Lotus, everybody else, you know. Peace. We got the young phenom in the building. You next. We want you up here too, bro. Empress Hoper, we gotta get you up here. We gotta get Aboriginal TV up in here.
Florida, Sunshine State. all I'm gonna say is embrace yourself tonight to learn something that nobody out here is teaching. And I'm gonna let my brother speak and teach you guys something tonight. Oh, thank you, Sam. Now I'm go ahead and get this party started.
So right now we listen to Black Lotus. He just transformed from coming out talking about hardcore Black Power, you know, from 2009. Then we went from 2012 when he first started to realize he was all depressed and shit, realizing that all this Egypt stuff was just a scam to get tourism. And then now he's, you know, he got a couple of little people in his chat room now. You know what I'm saying? He done grew a little bit, and he's pretty much going, ham on the Egyptians or whatever. He even got some weird dude on my screen who was killing Egyptian scientists or some shit, but but yeah. So now we're listening to him transform with a couple people in his call. It's called Blog Talk Radio. So these are his receipts, and let's get it in.
That's right.
As a start, many people say what they want about Wikipedia. I can't stand Wikipedia. But I'm going to read little snippets from Wikipedia. And I'm going to run through the list. And you're going to be like, oh, I know that name. I've heard that name before. Ooh. There's going to be very short snippets about it. And this is going to be an insight to so much as the culture now, the things now that we can see on the walls in Egypt. So, fam. Okay, well.
Yeah, Black Lotus, I caught that double talk. I caught that shit talking about I hate Wikipedia. I'm finna read Wikipedia. That shit don't work on me.
Yep. I'm saying I hate it, but I'm about to use it. I call that cheating.
Central Africa.
Just so can't nobody else do it.
But not the Horn, as they say. Only outskirts of the Horn and spread throughout Ethiopia. And it's also spreading outside of the lines. But they'll try and categorize it as the areas of Cameroon being in A and B, C, D to E. These areas, this is how they categorize it. It's called the Bantu peoples divided into zones according to Gucci classification.
So can you tell us what we listening to? Because I'm lost. Like I really have no idea.
So I went from learning, and listening to what the Africans had to say. Hold on.
Oh, so he's an African.
Yeah, he's from the Cameroon.
So you cross-referencing what they're saying with the Medu Neter stuff.
That's right.
Okay. So you still researching.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm still going through the discrepancies. And this was the last thing holding on before I completely let it go, Right. But I was already coming to the conclusion that a lot of it was, BS. But these were the final straws where, okay, it is BS. So now let me start asking the people from there these specific questions. And the answers were amazing. That's all I got to say, But yeah, here's that period where I'm learning, the whole Bantu thing. If anybody knows about Asar Imhotep with the Amara squad, pushing the Bantu, that the ancient Egyptian language is Bantu type, propaganda that he pushes, you would know that this was something that was being dealt with. And Omoshongo just happens to be Bantu. So I wasn't a person in America promoting this. I brought somebody who was from there, who is that, to go into details as I read the information.
Now, they will break it down from Cameroon to South Africa, all the way to Kenya,
in all these groups being Bantu. And that's where they try and trick you. But when you look on the hieroglyphs, you're going to see animals from the areas where the Bantu are. You're going to see symbols like headrest for when you take a nap. That symbol is on the wall. And there are symbols where you see the pharaoh laying on it. As I progress in my life, seeing certain things in my life, like, oh, shoot.
Hold on.
And I'm going to let my brother speak. East Africa. But not the... They will break it down from Cameroon to South Africa, all the way to Kenya, in all these groups being Bantu. And that's where they try and trick you. But when you look on the hieroglyphs,
okay,
you're
it's repeating.
Animals from the
Oh,
area.
no, I went forward by accident, so I had to go back.
You're going to see symbols like headrest.
Okay.
For when you take a nap.
What?
That symbol is on the wall. And there are symbols where you see the pharaoh laying on it. There are symbols where it shows that the head is placed on it. And yet you will find this in Kenya. You will find this in Cameroon. You will find this in Congo. The same type of symbol that means something. The same type of thing that is still used today. The Bantu moved throughout the Nile and established many civilizations throughout the world, not just the Nile. The Bantu is the group that continued on. And the Bantu taught many things, as it is said, fire. Says that Bantu was the first to manipulate fire.
Yeah, we lost. I'm lost. So basically,
going into the Bantu stuff, was just explaining before I got into the translation stuff. That's why I only played 15 minutes of it, because
okay. So what was next? So now this is 2014. Now where you off to now?
So after 2014, and I started going through this period, even shortly after that, we decided to bring on Walter Williams. So we're gonna go play that. Where
Who's that?
Baba Walter Williams is one of the first elders in the community to challenge other Kemetic
scholars or
associates,
people,
right?
priests,
people who follow the Kemetic culture. That he was the first one to say that the hieroglyphs had never been translated.
Oh, it said never been translated. Okay. So he he wrote a book up on it. He was somebody who had clout.
Yeah, he put it in his book. Yes, he was a curator in Chicago.
Okay, so now you pushing. Now you pushing. Ain't nobody. The Metanetta is not real. That's what you pushing now. So
That's
you
right.
went from Black Power, Imhotep, Amun-Ra to this shit is fake.
That's right.
So we talking 2009. We're talking within a amount of 2 to 3 years.
That's right.
So a lot of people don't know this stuff about us, so they think they can just put a value on us, based on how many computers we got, or if we got a computer or not. It don't matter if he got a computer or walkie-talkie. That's my goddamn brother. He's still our brother. All of us. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get that psychosis out that whoever has the most money is the most value.
Right. Doesn't come with a financial roadmap.
That's not gonna work in the culture. You know what I'm saying? If you got enough money, that means your ass just better be giving more, not flossing more and shitting on people who ain't. So whoever the richest dude in the community, you just better be giving more. Let's get real. This is a community, not a cult. We don't let money come between us like that.
Yeah, we saw what it did to the House of Consciousness with Polite and Sonetter.
Right. Y'all seen how that money came in. Huh? It was a wrap. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
No
seen what it did to
summarization.
the who's that? New Edition or whoever? What was it? What was their names? They had a movie.
Oh yeah, New Edition.
Was it New Edition?
Yep.
No. The other ones. The other ones. Lex used to talk about it on his channel. Four Tops, Hat Tops. It don't matter. It don't matter. They broke up too. Money. We all equal. Whether we riding a Benz or a bus. You ain't no better. And if you think you is, you don't. You do not belong here.
That's right, family. So, not too long after the debunking of the hieroglyphic translations, we brought on Walter Williams, and what I wrote was, let's see, what did I say about Baba Walter Williams? Not much. I had just a simple sayings that tonight we had Professor Walter Williams on that night on Black Lotus broadcast. Walter Williams explained his powerful books that still to this day shock the conscious community in America. We're enjoying the brothers and sisters, and we'll enjoy the presence on the Black Lotus broadcast.
Okay, so you getting clout now. He getting book writers on his channel now. So he earned his worth. So he went, he earned his worth. So what year is this when you got him on it?
This is 4 years ago, so that's 2014.
Okay, so you still in 2014. Okay, let me see. So where you at after that? Where you go after that? So 2014. So we creeping up to right now. Now y'all can see, Black Lotus lineage, his YouTube or community or whatever you want to call it, his lineage here. He solidified. So don't be pawning him off for a couple dollars and shit.
No, he ain't got no money.
Motherfuckers kill me with that, man. They coming in trying to put a dollar amount on motherfuckers. Like, oh yeah, Black Lotus, you only worth about $80. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like,
all right.
So where we at now? You all the way down. So, okay, so you did the blog talk. So when you started hitting up YouTube? When your YouTube been coming up?
All right, when my YouTube started coming up, I produced slideshows. So now let me pull that up.
Okay, so you talking? So what year are we talking now?
We're gonna pull it up so we get an exact date. Gotta show the receipt.
Yeah, so we can see the receipts. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what we're about. So just in case people didn't know, you know what I'm saying, what we trying to do is we trying to push the community upwards. We're not trying to keep it low down and stretch it out. We trying to go up. So some of these interviews, this is, some of the people that's going to be in the forefront that's willing to come behind the sheets and come behind the blankets and all the back chat and actually really reveal themselves so they can help us bring this conversation to a higher level and higher platforms. And so, that's what this show is about. We try to go back to about 10 years, you know what I'm saying? We want your online receipts or what, you know what I'm saying, or what you doing here, and we just want to get some, just some information about you. It's supposed to be a little facetious, little funny show mixed in with, a little some emotion and some seriousness, and you might never know, it might be a little drama as well. So that's the whole purpose of the show. So we got other people we need to be interviewing, because these the people that's going to be help us pushing this conversation upwards. Now, that don't mean these people is the smartest or the top scholars. That just means that these people, is willing to, willing to show themselves and actually put their name out there and things like that. So we lack that, and we ain't gonna go nowhere if we stay in the back chat. It's just gonna be another back chat day, and today is not a back chat day. We out here. What we got?
That's right.
So peace to the chat. We
Chief Holiday next. Aboriginal TV. Copper Empress. It's finna go up. It's yeah. Don't forget myself as well, you know. But I got a surprise for Chief though. We gonna bring on I'm not gonna interview Chief. We gonna let Renee interview Chief. We gonna touch your manhood, fam. He gonna be in there biting his tongue.
All right. Now, my first reality slideshow only has 212 views. Was produced October 14, 2014.
You still in 2014, man. You was busy in 2014, boy. You was like Lotus at the top of his game in 2014. He had book writers and people calling in on his show. He had 2 people on the line and shit. It was you balling. So where we going now? So basically that's when your career starts. So basically 2014 is when he had, got the most bang, and then he was in the community. That's his lineage. That's his community lineage. So when you see Black Lotus, you know why he here. Don't try to put a dollar on my brother. Don't try to tell him how much he's worth and shit. Okay? His lineage is right there. Where yours at? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so shout out to Black Lotus. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now let's, I'm gonna put the call-in number in, and we just, I guess we gonna go in, see how Black Lotus, get a little bit about his life. But we got his online lineage right there. So, I guess we can just start with, your family structure. What you got? A couple brothers, sisters? How you, your family structure?
Yeah, household with both parents, mother and father.
Are you the only child?
Nah, I'm the middle child of 5.
So you the weirdo?
Nah, why gotta be they gotta be weird?
Cause you the middle child. Y'all known for being weirdos.
Yeah, I got that.
No, not weirdos, just different. Actually, middle child, not the weirdos.
You don't want to be too much like the first, and definitely not trying to be like the last.
Right. It's usually the first one, and the first one and the baby is usually alike. Mm-hmm. And then the middle child is usually different. That don't make them weird, but yeah.
Like all that.
So you do also got mixed ancestry. So he also got mixed ancestry as well. And he's an indigenous brother. He got a huge lineage. You wanna go into your lineage at all, or what you wanna do?
Yes, I have lineage here in the Iroquois Nation, also called the Haudenosaunee. And these names are not the original names, but for you to be able to find the information, you can research it. That would be my indigenous ancestry. Also in Cherokee.
Shout out to the Iroquois. Shout out to the Cherokee. Shout out to who else we got out there? We got Saponi out there. Who else we got out there? We got Blackfoot out there. Who else out there? Where you at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? You said I'm not weird. Auntie don't miss a beat. I'm joking, Auntie. Don't kill me tomorrow, please. I like life. I'm joking. She said I'm not weird. Yeah, I'm just joking. Okay, let me see. Who else we got out there? Let me see. What else? Where your tribe at? Where you at? We out here. Okay, so now, if you have an enemy, no, I wouldn't say enemy. Okay, Enanawea. Is I'm saying that right? Enanawea Limber Saponi. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm twisting your name up, but it sounds like that to me. Enanawea Lumbi Saponi. There we go. Is that right? Did I get it? Did I nail it? Or am I gonna get killed for that? No, I'm just playing with you. So if you have an arch enemy in this community, who is it and why?
Really not an arch enemy, but the people who push the comedic stuff. They're part of some very popular groups. So you have the members of the Amun-Ra Squad.
Ooh.
And you have the members of NBK.
Ooh, NBK. Amun-Ra Squad got Aboriginals shaking in their boots tonight. No. It's all good. It's all good. So it's the whole group. Any one of them in particular that just rubbed you the wrong way, and why?
Well, it was they were very insulted by my decisions that I made in saying the things that I say. So they were upset that I said I'm the only one in the community that knows about the hieroglyphs and can tell you what it is, and then telling them it hasn't been deciphered or transliterated or translated. So that grew to a distaste, a disdainment for me by them. And when I decided to go public about a lot of those things, there was a big problem. And I want to show that video.
Oh, okay. So it's the whole group then, the whole squad.
Also, we interviewed on Blog Talk Brother Reggie, who used to be with the House of Consciousness.
Right.
So before me and Almost Shungo went public, for anyone to know about us, you had a member of the Amun-Ra Squad called Smash Rockwell. Smash Rockwell, also known as Jonathan Owens, who produced Water in the Black Lotus.
Buttercup Squad. What you said, the Buttercup Squad.
So I'm trying to pull it up right now.
So that whole squad. So and now he's finna break it down. Why would they be?
Yo. So listen here, y'all. Now whose face? See, look at this.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at all the faces. Look at their faces. Tell me who they are.
Here in the conversation between
pause it.
Elastic communities, the Amun-Ra Squad and the Black Lotus civilization. It seems like if any of the viewers are not familiar with the situation revolving around the February 8th debate, first let me just say a proper what's up, then I'm gonna fall back. What up? This how we chilling now. All right. So if y'all ain't know what's going on concerning the February 8th debate and how everything went down, well, basically a certain particular research team was
Hold on one second. Pause. Hold on one second. I'm getting confused. Hold on. So I see Brother Garfield, I see Brother Brother Garfield is Amun-Ra Squad?
He was a part of them.
Oh, now it makes sense. So he was a part of Amun-Ra Squad, then he went out and did the Dagger Squad. So he pretty much copied them.
He just branched off of them.
Okay, so he branched off of them, but see, he lost the unction shit.
Yeah, he did.
I wonder why is that? Because you don't really hear him talking too much Amun-Ra Hold'em type. He usually talk Africa, and some other stuff.
Right.
So he went off. So I don't know what happened with that. What happened?
I don't know.
Somebody know.
Changed up. Yeah.
Somebody know. If anybody out there know what happened when was that Brother Garfield left the Amun-Ra Squad, started his own squad, and then he left. He just left the Egyptian stuff alone. Cause I never really seen them with an Ankh or any Egyptian stuff, but I can be wrong. I don't really watch him. I don't subscribe to him. Huh?
He was never a part of that.
But he was in the Amun-Ra Squad.
Yeah, he did. He associated with them. That's correct. Hold on.
Oh, so he was never one of them Imhotep dudes? Or whatever you call him?
No, he was never.
Okay. Anyway, it really don't matter. So yeah, let me get this link because I want to put this on our monthly run because we're gonna be running for a whole month. So also we want to let everybody know if you have a commercial, okay, that you would like to play, we need commercials because I need to practice how to put in the commercials and take out the commercials. We got Big Hawk and Keisha Murray in the building. Appreciate you for your presence, everybody. So let me say this again. We're going to be running for a whole month. That's 30 days. Jay Freeway in the building, 38 in the building. We're going to be running for 30 days, you guys. And so if you have something that you're advertising, send me your commercial at datadogs33@gmail.com or cheapholiday@gmail.com or ccda@fat1000elite.com. Yeah, fat1000elite.com because we need all our commercials. I need to practice more on, timing because I'm bad as hell at timing, and I need to practice on more, more commercial type, and we're trying to get structured, shows. So if anybody got a commercial, now if your commercial's over a 1 minute long, if your commercial over 1 minute long, we're probably going to put you on late at night like an infomercial. So we're looking for 30 seconds. No, more than 2 minutes long. I'm sorry. We're looking for 30-second commercials and 1 minute commercials. So that way we can place them in our monthly run. So I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm gonna keep saying it, but I'm gonna let y'all know if I don't get no commercials out of this community, y'all gonna be listening to some Chinese commercials or some weird ass commercials. I'm gonna purposely go out and get the weirdest, dumbest commercials I can possibly find to show y'all what it's going to be like if y'all don't support and if y'all not following along what we doing. We out here, 5,000 Elite. It's not a joke. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a scam. It's real. Okay? So I'm going to ask you again. We going on for a month. 1 month. Okay? And I need to be able to practice the commercials, and it's a lot of stuff I need to get myself into. Okay? And we want your commercials. If you a rapper, if you do hair, if you just want to make up something, if you just want to represent your channel, it don't matter. Send it to me so I can use it, I can display it and learn it, and you get your little whatever, you get your little props and stuff like that. So send me your commercials. If you don't send me your commercials, I'm purposely going out and get the weirdest, dumbest commercials I can find, and that's going to be your fault, not mine. That's what I'm gonna do. So, where we at?
And I guess in their assessment of the opponents are the Amara Squad, even though they said to us that their intent was not to debate, since they said their intent was not to debate.
Hold on. What's going on? What's going on? Can you tell us what's going on?
And like some.
Okay. What's going on here is you have the Amin Raw Squad upset that I shared information with the Hebrew Israelites during the Kemet on trial debate.
So were you with them?
I was supposed to be with the House of Consciousness on a situation, and I had
it's finna get conscious community weird around here. So whoa, go back. We ain't letting you slip that in. What you say? You was with who?
The House of Consciousness on that. And Brother Polite. And I had a fallout with Brother Polite.
So you were a part or you was associate?
Associate, helping him with the research.
Okay, I guess that's kind of weird. You can look at it how you want to look at it. He was helping them. So what you can call it whatever you want to call it. He was helping them. And so so you was over there. So you went from Blog Talk to helping HOK?
Yes.
So what was they at the time? Was they hot at the time, or was they hot at the time?
They were at their peak with the Kemet on trial.
They was at their peak. Y'all see Black Lotus worked his way up there. He went a long way. He went a long way. So he landed him a gig on Sinetta, which you know, it wasn't too many other Sinettas like it is now. You know, everybody, got their own little thing. So he paved the way. Is that right? He was one of the first, not the, but one.
That's right.
So he was one of the first. So shout out to him for that. And Black Lotus landed a gig. Congratulations, Black Lotus. Where we at? 2014 now? Still?
That's right.
Okay, so we 2014. Yeah. Black Lotus landed him. He went. We if y'all just got here, we went all the way to 2009 when Black Lotus first did his first little blog stream by himself. Nobody called in, and he still did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Talking to myself and all that.
Talking to himself and shit. He still did it, and so now he is working for HOK, which at the time was one of the top dogs at the time, and one of the, whatever, and so they confronting you now.
March 6th, 2015, okay. Smash Rockwell put out discussion remarks made by the Black Lotus civilization towards the Amin-Ra squad's methodology.
Okay, so you was critiquing them.
That's right.
So they showed up on your channel. Like, what's that about?
So he did this on his channel.
Oh, okay. So Black Lotus and the Black Lotus civilization was critiquing them, and so so they invite y'all to y'all channel to hash it out.
They did not invite us. They just did this. They didn't contact us, reach out to us.
Oh, so y'all not even in this? Y'all not even
in this. They just made this about.
Woo, check this out, boy. They came out deep. Y'all better leave the Amin-Ra squad alone. How many? Who's that? Who's there? Can you name all them? Who is that? They came out deep.
We got Wujawu.
Okay.
Smash Rock.
Smash Rock.
Mm-hmm.
But they got Power Ranger names and shit. These motherfuckers have motherfucking Power Ranger and shit. Oh, that's Smash Rock.
You got Ankar Cat. You got Kalam L of Titans TV out in the UK.
Shout out to the UK.
I think this was One Drop, a member of Team Osiris. You got Garfield. I forgot who this is with the light, and then you have Asar Emotep.
So they came out flame. So the Black Lotus civilization have made some claims and some accusations against the Amin-Ra squad in 2015, and so the Amin-Ra scan. This shit is. Look, go ahead, Black Lotus. Go ahead.
Somebody before we went live, they got caught in a feud between two other factions or two other groups. But now, me personally, me and Brother Jonathan, they mentioned on their show with Nazi Yashavel about African side with the Hebrews. They actually said a few things about my presentation, which it kind of misrepresented my presentation, but it's not 100% their fault. But them being a scholastic team or a group, I would expect of them to at least be able to comprehend what I was bringing forth for them. And so I am not about to walk through this whole entire presentation again, but I'm going to pull up the presentation that I put up at the debate so that we can center in on some of the key points of this presentation and what I wanted us to focus in on. Okay? Because some people just lost it. And so we can skip through it real quick. If anybody is not familiar with this, this was a presentation done called Semen in the Spine, where I was basically showing people the roots to some of these words that we find in Medu Neter, and it's actually a lot of the linguistic attributes of the language are based on wordplay. As we see here, the slides will proceed in the fashion that if there's any viewer who wants to pause it and see what the presentation was doing, all you got to do is pause on each slide. But for the intent of getting at where Black Lotus must have gained their misunderstanding, I'm going to zoom through that. And so it got to the point where I mentioned the term, and we need to get to the root of this term, which is
okay. So what is that we looking at? What is this? Is this like a PowerPoint or something?
This is his PowerPoint during the Kennedy trial.
Oh,
he's saying
that's actually pretty neat. That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, he's saying that our sperm comes from our buttocks traveling down our spine.
So that's what he was saying. So what was you guys' claims they was responding to? Because they came out deep, boy. Y'all better, man, y'all better leave them Pan Africans alone, man.
And we said that it was some gay Egyptologists that made that up. and then we shared the names of the gay Egyptologists, and we showed the documentation of those Egyptologists making that gay nonsense up.
And so they came out deep, flamed up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, where can we check that video out at?
You have to go to Smash Rockwell's channel.
Oh, this somebody else's channel, man. You finna get us shut down, man. Don't nobody like us in this community, man. They gonna shut us down in the morning. I thought that was your channel.
You don't care.
Man, somebody else can do it, and they will shut us down, and then we'll shut us down, and then it'll take us 3 days for them to release it. Like you don't even need to be the one that do it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So if somebody sees something on somebody else's on this channel, they can go and flag it, and YouTube will still treat it as if the person did it. And then when I dispute it, they would say, oh, okay, it's okay, but the channel would have been shut down for about 3-4 days already. So we gotta be super careful, y'all. Like, we gotta really act like nobody like us around here, because we got 2 channels left. Yeah, we finna have a call-in number, y'all. We finna have a call-in number real quick.
That's right. Then we gotta wrap it up in about 15.
Yeah. So we finna have a call-in number. So yeah, y'all can go check out the video. We went a little bit over, and that's my fault. Like I said, I'm trying to get better on timing, because I'm in, this is a timing thing. So this would be Black Lotus's nemesis. If this would be his his nemesis. Now, the reason why I asked that, because I wanted them to show up. So I got Brother Garfield calling in right now, and he's gonna hash it out. I'm just bushing. That would be hot. I'm gonna do somebody like that. Somebody gonna get that. I'm telling you. Somebody I'm interviewing, I'm gonna have your nemesis call up. But it just so happens I didn't know Black Lotuses, so he got lucky on this one. Let me see. So now here we go. You know what I'm saying? Black Lotus and the indigenous movement. You know what I'm saying? His stuff's out there. And so now where you see this movement going, man? Where you see this movement going right now?
Well, I see it going into taking control of our community, showing real pride about this continent that we stand on. Total control, our own everything. I see that happening, and I also see that I have to be a part of it. So I'm ready to devote finance and time to doing these things that need to be done. Build our own cities. Make some Aboriginal cities.
That's what's up. As y'all can see, the phone number is in the phone number is on the screen. So if anybody want to call in, ask Black Lotus some questions, because because we finna go ahead and wrap it up. Next we're gonna be having we're gonna be having some other people on here. And so if anybody want to get Black Lotus on their show, you can contact Black Lotus at blacklotustelevision@gmail.com. So so he he's a guy that's been in the community for a while. So he got some of the, he got some of the knowledge that a lot of us new people, which is myself, won't have or don't have and stuff like that. So, we need to be able to treat everyone the same. You know what I'm saying? No one man is above, and anybody who think that, a couple dollars, can solidify you in this community, or that can, put you above something, you got another thing coming. That's not how a tribe works, or this is how a civilization, or whatever the hell this is, or what do you think it is? It's not ran like that. You know what I'm saying? Each one of us have a past leading us here. Each one of us had a spirit leaving us here. Each one of us had a spirit that's connected some kind of way to one another, and we need to treat each other like it. And money cannot tell you who's the good guy or the bad guy, or whatever. So we still got a lot of learning to do, but we're taking the conversation up. So Mr. Craig Matthew is leading the charge right now. He got his name out there. He got his pass out there. Now let's get. So we got the number on the screen. Anybody want to call in? Now let's get into some weird stuff. Okay. Let me see. So I won't say weird, but let's, I guess ask some more questions or whatever. So how many kids you got out there? Or yeah, how many kids you got out there?
I have a daughter that's 13.
Shout out. You got to claim all your kids on this channel, fam. You can't be picking. I'm just bullshitting. Can't be picking and choosing. Like one lady gonna get mad, and this lady, man, how many kids you got, Black Lotus?
A whole tribe of kids now. Just playing.
We out here. Hell no. So single parent. Okay, so we. Okay, tribehub.app, Black Hawk. Okay, yeah. Anybody want to get on the show? Anybody want to come? You know what I'm saying? You feel that you're okay to show yourself and come out, let the people know who you are, try to bring the conversation to a higher platform and to a higher level. Let us know. Hit me up, ccda@5000elite.com or datadogs33 at gmail.com, or chiefholiday@gmail.com. You can hit either one of us up. You know what I'm saying? And let us know you wanna jump in the front, because what knowledge no matter how smart you is, if you're not willing to jump in the front, you're useless. Okay? Well. Okay. I'll take that back. You're not useless, but I don't know how to pull it. I don't know how to put it, but you're not moving us forward. Okay? You're not moving us forward. In the way that that can actually push the conversation to a higher platform or to a higher thing or whatever. Now that's just my way, and that's just my analysis of looking at it. That doesn't mean that right, and that ain't mean that above your level or anything like that. That just means we're trying to push. You know what I'm saying? And so just because I see it this way doesn't make it true. And just because you see it your way doesn't make it true. What up? We got Aboriginal Power. Aboriginal Power is gonna have to come up here at some point. He's gonna have to come up here because we pushing this forward. So, yeah. What up? Let me see. So he got one daughter out there. Like Lotus, if you got some kids out there, man, now is the time to let it be known, man. Because once the professionals. Now see. You made it through the conscious community. But when those professionals and those Olivia Popes get a hold of you, it's a whole nother ball game. So we talking Congress credit. People that got money and resources looking after
you. Right.
That's what you got. You only got one daughter?
Yeah, I have one daughter.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There's some other ones is you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying there's no possibility. I was wild and young, but I wasn't walking around sticking my thing in just anything.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I mean okay, so yeah, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I guess, well, shout out. He only got one. So you married, you single, what you claiming these days?
Oh man, I'm single.
He claiming single.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is single father.
Still married.
Oh, okay. And if he dead in the morning, we know the baby mama did it. So leave. No, I'm just pushing.
Yeah, me and my daughter's mom's situation has been done a long time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It happens. It's all good. So how old were you when you first had your first baby? And shout out to the brother. He called himself Neppy. He just had a baby. Or having. I'm not sure if he had. I didn't get the latest news. So he just have a daughter. Congratulations to him too. So how old was you?
I was 25.
Oh, okay. Damn. You was nice and mature then.
Yeah.
You was nice and mature. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That was good. That was good. You ever been married?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Been married for about 4 years.
Okay. So. Okay, so what was your dream job growing up? What was your dream job? What did you want to do? Besides flying and shit.
Wanted to be an athlete, so I wanted to play football and basketball, like most, growing up. And as I became a teenager, I wanted to do music and stuff, and I wanted to pursue a career in acting because I was in some commercials and advertisement for clothing stores. So I did a little modeling and stuff. So I wanted to stick to that, but I chose not to. But as I got older, I wanted to be a scientist, man. I wanted to be a quantum physicist and all that stuff. So my dreams changed when I had my daughter. But before my daughter, I wanted to do music and get into modeling and acting. Unfortunately, that was what I was into trying to do at that time.
Doing too much. No, I'm just pushing. I'm just playing. It's all good. So anybody got any questions for Black Lotus, you can call in right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat. Man, let's try and keep it cool. If you're arch nemesis of Black Lotus, now will be the time to come on and say your little piece to Black Lotus, and you and Black Lotus hash it out and whatever. But the link is in the chat. So you got any beefs out there, man? What beefs are you in? You're partying in these little beefs out here?
No, I'm out of the conscious hoorah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not a part of any of the stuff that's going on in the community like that.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. As y'all can see, what I'm saying, Black Lotus got his online lineage out here. So, what I'm saying, he's an asset to the community. Don't try to put no dollar amount on him or just wash him off like some has been or something like that. He deserved to be here. He was here way before you. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it real. So anybody that would like to, get Black Lotus on the show or book him on your city or whatever it might be, you can contact him at Black Lotus Civilization. Black Lotus Television at gmail.com. It's a little link right there. You know what I'm saying? Also, if anybody want to call in, also we finna play one of Black Lotus's songs afterwards as well. So Black Lotus Black Lotus got some songs and stuff, and we out here. He's leading the charge. Who's next? If you want to get an interview, you know what I'm saying, come out here and help us lead the charge to take this to another level. Hit us up, chiefholiday@gmail.com, datadogs33@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? Or just go on Tribe Up and talk to anybody. Let me see. We're gonna need you to go down a little bit. We're gonna need the camera to go up a little bit. Cause I had to cut it out. There we go. Yeah. So talk to anybody on tribeup.com. Go to tribeup.com and just talk to anybody. Those are some good people in the community. So you can just talk to anybody. Hey, Chief Holiday. Hey, this person. We all, what I'm saying, we all tribed up. So that was the whole purpose of the app. Ain't no drama or nothing like that. So, Lotus, you got something to say before we go ahead and get into your song? You want to tell us about this song? You want to talk about your up and coming show?
Yeah, The days that I was doing my shows were on Mondays. I want to change it to Thursdays. It'll be on my channel. So this upcoming show will be next Thursday.
Pre-Genet Hawk Strike, what's up?
The upcoming show next Thursday will be about the Element Encyclopedia, and I will be finishing my presentations on the Ankh, explaining the hieroglyph and the way it was presented in the scholastic community in pre-Rosetta Stone. So there's been a lot of conflict with it. A lot of people with Ankh in their name, like Ankh Arkek, have been called out. You know, and I've put up money too. People like to talk about money, so I say, let's debate for money now. Let's start doing these things for money, and let's really put some causes together that are for our people with the money. Let's create some type of thing like Lex and Solomon have with the debate league. But, you know, that's their thing. So my thing was, put your money where your mouth is. Really believe in what you're saying. I've done the research and can show what I'm saying. I don't have to believe what I'm saying. I just read the information. So waiting on that challenge to receive an answer. Nobody has answered. Not really into the debate thing. So for presentations on information to teach the brothers and sisters, I will be teaching frequency plus sound equals color. I will be teaching geodynamics, physics through the eyes of scholars and the eyes of alternative information. So I will start to really create a foundation for what is to be taught and what is important to know. You know, learning information is great, but if you can't apply it to your life and use it some way to better yourself, it is ultimately useless information. It's time we return back to sharing information that is applying, applicable, or something that you can use in a positive way to help everybody in your community.
Hey, can you lift your camera up a little bit? We're just looking at like the bottom of your face and shit. It's kind of weird. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, let me get close. I had to change situation.
Your camera fell down. Your camera fell back down.
All right. We good?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, that was basically it. You know, so honorable admiration to the Aboriginal movement and to the brothers and sisters around the world. You know, I hope that you learned something here tonight that you can apply to your life and help you in your day-to-day here on our Brother Tribe Up channel. And, you know, I'd like to say thank you for bringing me on here and asking me these questions so I can express and show who I am and why I'm in the position that I'm in this community, you know, for the family.
So, yeah. So, I mean, everybody, you know, like I said, we're trying to take the conversation to a higher level. And, you know, in order, you know, from my, you know, analogy, it doesn't mean it's right, but from my analogy, you know, what we're trying to do is, you know, we're trying to be able to get some people out there in the forefront of the community, you know, who can take the conversation to another level, who can talk to an actual governor, who can actually go on an actual, you know, international television station, or who can actually go on what's the name, Bill Maher, or who can literally take it. Because, you know, if we don't, you know, I feel if we don't go that route, and if we don't have those people in the community, at least some people in that community, I believe that it's just going to be a stalemate to the community, and it's just going to be a bunch of people that's growing their YouTube channels, and nobody's never going to really, you know, accomplish anything unless, you know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that that's true, but I have my own calculations. So So just wish us luck on our journey and trying to, take the conversation to another level. And Black Lotus is leading the charge right now. So if you hate that, that's probably a reason. Are we still online?
Yeah, we still live. I think.
Are you sure? Hold on. Press 1 if you can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me. What just happened? Are we still online? For some reason it just went offline. Yeah, so we got I mean, oh come on, man, damn. It's just so weird. Yeah, YouTube. Can anybody hear me? Can you see me online?
I'm gonna check it out right now. See
it just literally said we was off. I believe we off.
Oh yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? This shit happen all the time.
We're on the Tribe Up.
Sports, news, and entertainment. Mine's is buffering. What yours doing? So if we live, y'all, we can't see it. It just told me it was off. Now it says it's resumed. But everybody in the chat room just kind of dropped out as well. So that's usually mean that they dropped us. But can you?
I can't find it.
You can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it in your thing. Okay, we back. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
What the hell? This is weird, fam. I'm looking at it, but it's not showing what I'm doing. Nonetheless, it's in here. What the hell, fam? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, somebody's hacking us, man. What the hell? Let me show y'all what I'm looking at on my phone. Can you see that? Is this another chat room?
We gonna hang out?
Now in the chat room, it says nonetheless up in there. It says 9 people in there. But can let me see. Can you see that? That's not you right now. That's what I'm looking at.
I don't know what.
Can you see that? Can y'all see that? That's what I'm looking at on my phone. But I'm looking.
That's damn, that's weird.
Yeah, but I'm looking at something else on. You fucking kidding me, though? Let me see. So now the signal just got weak.
All right, let's go ahead and close out, family.
Oh man, what the hell is happening?
We got it in before it went bad.
God damn. Can anyone hear me? Press 1 in the chat room if you can hear me. Oh, is that your channel they looking at?
Yeah, I got my channel up too.
Oh, that's why. That's your channel. That's your channel. Okay. That's nonetheless them over there. Okay. Can they hear me or they can just hear you?
No, they can hear you too. Yeah, they hear you.
Okay. Yeah, they shut it. Your channel still working?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, mine's went down. That's bullshit. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it. Let's see some bullshit.
All right, peace, family.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. Thanks for coming out. We out here, Thank you for Black Lotus, Mr. Matthew Craig, leading the charge into pushing us up.